Dating has never been more competitive, with social media being a gift and a curse for guys who want to date and find women they're compatible with. Men are having a hard time meeting the demands women think they deserve, while women can't seem to find a man they want and need. Patriarchy Poker will teach men how to be more confident, control their emotions, and know when to hold or fold with a woman they match with. It's time to start embracing uncomfortable truths in order to grow into the man that women want to be with and other men want to be like. Go to patriarchypoker.com to get our relationship and dating playing cards or committed relationship playing cards. Because life's a gamble, so play like a man.
I wouldn't know. I don't know if this would be simply designated for modern women, but I like to think that most women use several tactics to get what they want from a man, whether it's pussy, whether it's ass, whether it's the puppy dog eyes. Women use emotional extortion tactics to avoid accountability. Now, on November 17th, pardon me, what's today? The 24th. On November 24th at midnight, November 24th, 2003, the New York Survivors Act was recently expired, okay? As a result of that, a slew of allegations came up out of nowhere. All these men, all these black men, all these executives, all these rock stars are being accused of sexually assaulting women, okay? Now, does everyone know what the New York Survivors Act is? It's the law which Democratic Governor Kathy Hochul signed in May 2022. Created the one-year window for people who were 18 years or older at the time an alleged offense to file a lawsuit against their alleged abuser, and the institutions that enable them regardless regardless of statutes of limitations one day ago. I think it's a great thing. If you are a victim of some type of trauma, some type of sexual abuse, something that occurred to you beyond your control, something that you perhaps were coerced into, something that you were perhaps a victim of, I think this is a great thing. Trauma is a very difficult thing to confront. Trauma is a very difficult thing to comprehend. And trauma is a very difficult thing to work on every single day. There's really big traumas and there's really smaller traumas, right? I can't gauge what your trauma and how your trauma is affecting you, okay? Whether it was drugs, whether it was loss of a loved one, a divorce, loss of your job, you can't get it right. There's always some type of trauma that affects us all in different ways. But when we talk about modern women, we talk about this window, this one-year window that Governor Hochul signed. And a slew of video vixens, a slew of thotties are coming forward for trauma that occurred many years ago. I think there's a red flag there. Okay? So now let's talk about Diddy. Sean Diddy Combs, take that. I grew up on his music. I think he's extremely talented, but there's so many different things that are coming out about his evil ways, about his crazy parties, etc. These are all alleged, right? And, us as content creators, we feed off the carcass of somebody's misfortune. But Cassie Ventura, he met her at 19. He was older. She was of legal age. So there's nothing wrong with it. In this community and shit, they say that older men and younger women, when a nigga gets divorced and shit, he wants a younger bitch. Nothing wrong with it, as long as she was legal. But Cassie Ventura stayed with Diddy for 10 years, and she's claiming that there was sex trafficking, there was a lot of freak-offs, there was a lot of shit going on, and coincidentally, she's coming out with a book. Now let's listen to what the Creep Squad had to say about this, bro. Watch this. And I want to chime in, and I want you guys to let me know what you guys think.
Say that they want to be the voice, so this doesn't happen to somebody else. Mm-hmm. So I'm doing this. It's not about the money. It's about this not happening to somebody else. But then you get money and you shut the fuck up. So which one is it? That's my question. Are we trying to be the voice just so this doesn't happen to somebody else, or are we gonna grab this money and shut the fuck up? That's what I was saying.
Okay. And my opinion on that is that if you listen to Cassie, agreeing with you, and that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I don't agree. This is what I'm saying. Number one, it was civil. Civil means money. So there was never any kind of dispute about what was going on here. There was never a dispute about what was the aim here. This is not a criminal case. He did not take a criminal case and make it civil. She did not start cooperating with the cops and then change up. She was in a civil case from the beginning, which meant she wanted money. If you
Creep Squad. Shout out to the Creep Squad. Stevie J, Rich Dollars, Peter Guns, the whole Creep Squad, bro. But Rich Dollars says something very important that, you know, I think most real ones, men of stature, men who have a decent head on their shoulders and shit, they're like, yo, you got a book coming out. It's a civil case. Does everyone know what a civil case is? Does everyone know what a civil case is? Apparently, Cassie Ventura has a book coming out. The New York Survivors Act is quickly expiring. Cassie files a lawsuit for $30 million for her pain and suffering. What's a civil case? A civil case is when a person or entity, including a governmental organization or a business, sues another in court, typically for money. Okay, so this is a civil case. How much does your trauma cost you? Can you put a price tag on the trauma that you went through? Man, woman, it don't matter. We all go through some type of trauma. It's how you handle the trauma. It's what you do in the moment when you are feeling like you're being violated. Now, again, let me be very sensitive and let me be clear. I don't condone any type of sexual assault. I don't condone any type of violence, unwarranted. I don't really condone men advancing on a woman because he feels like he has power. Now, you might say, hey, well, you never really had any power. That's bullshit. Of course I do. I still have power. But what I'm saying is, if a bitch doesn't want you, she just doesn't want you. If the bitch made it past security into the mansion, into the VIP, onto the yacht, she knows who's throwing the party. Her pussy should be jumping off that if she's that type of bitch. But for a woman to stay with somebody for 10 years, raises a flag for me, bro. The timing couldn't be better. So $30 million. So Rich Dollars and Peter Guns is saying, yo, this sounds like a civil case. Peter Guns says, well, first you want to be the voice for women, or do you want to get the bag? Which one is it? But we're not supposed to say that, though, because you're a misogynist. They got dragged for it. Peter Guns and Rich Dollars got dragged for it. This video may get demonetized. But why can't we say what everyone is thinking? Again, if there was some trauma there was some demonic shit there, address it. And I know, like I said, I can't put a timetable on when somebody is ready to confront their traumas. You know what I'm saying? I've been through some trauma, but I confronted some of my traumas. Now, my traumas have never been this crazy, but everybody has the ability to face a fear, to face something that occurred to them and be brave and take control out of it. If you get violated, you don't have control of it most of the time. But what you do have control of is how you deal with it, how you confront it, the justice that you're seeking. So what's the problem? Cassie and Diddy settled for an undisclosed amount. So how much does your trauma cost? It seems to me like everybody's got a fucking price. And all these men are men of stature, men of means. And all the women are claiming certain situations during a party, a club, intern, whatever. There was some type of violation there. Why didn't you leave then? All of y'all couldn't confront your traumas. This is why it's so important as men. We got to move very careful, bro. Very careful. I don't care if it raises a flag to a bitch. I don't care if the bitch starts to get suspicious. She wants to do all types of shit. It don't matter. Whatever you decide or however you want to move with the woman, you move that way with the woman. Okay? You got to be careful. There's less of us and more of them. Right? If you're a man of means, you ain't got to have paper, but you got to have a mind, strong mind. You got to have a mind that's sharp, and you got to have a mind that's always thinking about what's next. Not only do you have to stay 2 or 3 steps ahead, but you have to continue to focus on how you're going to create a legacy for yourself, or if you got kids, you got to navigate. You got to be ready for war. You got to be ready to compete. All the shit that we got to do. So you got to move in a way with people that you allow in your life the same way, but they're going to have to conform to the way that you move, because more than likely a woman's not going to have the burdens that a man has. Okay? So women use emotional extortion tactics. There's nothing that hurts me more than when I see a good man, a solid man, love his family, fall on the sword for his family, and he's undermined and he's not appreciated because there is an internal problem with the woman. Do you know how rare it is to find a good man? A man who's got discipline, dick discipline. A man who does corny shit just to appease his family, but he knows it's like. And then you have a woman, a bitch that's never satisfied. You have a woman that doesn't understand the burdens, but she wants you to compare yourself to her burdens, even though her burdens pale in comparison to your burdens, because you got burdens and you carrying their fucking burdens. It bothers me. So they use emotional tactics. They withhold the pussy from you. They dangle your kids in front of you. And they make you feel like their emotions are more important than yours. But you a nigga, you gotta hold your dick. You're not supposed to cry in front of the bitch. You're not supposed to cry to your niggas. Who do you turn to? Oh, yeah, you turn to a bunch of nerds on the microphone that read psychology books, know how to maneuver the shit, and tell you and wait for you to call them the fathers you never had. Okay? Emotional extortion. So if the woman was violated, justice has to be served. Why did it take so fucking long? What made you scared to confront the nigga then, and now you got the balls to confront it now? Are you broke? Did that personal trainer that you decided to escape with from Diddy, is he broke? There's so many things that you need to think about as a man. Now, you can be masculine. You can have a good head on your shoulders. You can have discernment. You could have gotten the annual package deal of coaching. You could be in the Telegram chats, all the shit. But you could still fuck up and fumble and choose the wrong bitch. Or the bitch is tired of your rigorous routine. The bitch is tired of being the square peg in your circle. You're trying to make a fit because you like the bitch, but you still got to stay on your purpose, right? You got to, you know what I mean? Emotional extortion. So when we talk about civil case, we got to really ask ourselves as men, is it really just about the money? Or should we feel bad because the bitch making you feel bad? If she didn't want to be there, why did she stay? Like I said, if it happened in the moment, you were reckless, you were careless, you were irresponsible with your senses and shit, and you got into some shit, fine. You seek justice later. But don't come back later on 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, going after all these men. Mayor Eric Adams, Bill Cosby, Harv Pierre, Diddy. All of these people in the Hollywood sphere, who the hell knows what goes on over there? But what does this mean for us as men? You got to be fucking careful. You can't trust anyone but yourself, and it's a exhausting way to live. It's an exhausting way to live. You got to sleep. You can't sleep. You can't sleep during the day. You can't sleep at night. Because you always got to stay 1 or 2 steps ahead. Anybody can flip at you on you at any moment. So if you do some shit, you coerce a woman to doing some shit that you didn't really want, that she really didn't want to do, she could flip the shit on you. So what do we do now? Now we jerk our dicks. Now everybody's scared to step to a bitch. You got to take your time. You got to take your time.
You listen to Cassie. Cassie's been saying, I've been asking Puff for money for years. And this nigga been on me. So I said, this is what's about to happen. I'm going to write this book. I'm going to get my money some kind of way. I'm going to get my money some kind of way.
So it's a money grab. You agree with me?
I'm not agreeing with you.
Niggas out there from Jamie Foxx to like Denzel Washington to whoever. Everybody know me.
Yeah.
So everybody know if I say it, I'm going to fuck it to death. I like the fucking public, you feel me?
Yeah.
So niggas can't say nothing about it. Them square ass niggas, them precious cake little dick niggas.
Yeah.
I like for them niggas to see how I fuck. Like if you speak to Jodeci or Puffy or any of them niggas, they been at my house. They all see me fuck. They all know I'm a big nigga.
Yeah.
If a bitch touch my dick and she say my dick is small, then she's a lying bitch. The thing is, a whole lot of niggas write about taking girls out to shop, taking girls to fly to Dubai and all that shit. Bitch, close your eyes, we anywhere. You feel me? And my whole thing is this. Is that
talk about it.
If you can handle my dick and you can make me still be Aaron Hall without fucking rabbing out from your mouth, then I'll take you anywhere. Other than that shit, you back home, bitch.
Aaron Hall's in the news. Emotional extortion. If you committed a crime, pedophilia, rape somebody, you deserve to get burned. You deserve to burn on here on earth. You deserve to burn in hell. Fine. But in order for us as men to move forward and enjoy the fruits of labor, right? Women, cars, whatever your heart desires, you have to move accordingly. Protect yourself by taking your time. As you continue to learn more about yourself, you're going to continue to learn who and what will work, what women will work with you, who and what relationships are going to work for you, who are going to flourish with you. We cannot continue to make bad decisions and try to avoid accountability. That's what women do. So not only do we have to pay for her lack of accountability, we have to pay for us holding ourselves accountable or not holding ourselves accountable. In order for us to make decisions that we can live with, in order for us to avoid situations like this, you have to make sure that you make sound decisions that are going to make the most sense for you, and hold yourself accountable to the end result. Whatever happens, just be a man about it. It's really that simple.
According to the Survey Center on American Life, 79% of married men are very satisfied with their relationship. But expectations have been stressful for men bearing the burden of performance to a woman's nature. Men have to protect and provide only to be replaced by a bigger, better deal. Patriarchy Poker will teach men how to be more confident, control their emotions, and know when to hold or fold with a woman they're in a committed relationship with. It's time to accept the beautiful lies and ugly truths, to become the man a woman can respect and other men want to be like. Go to patriarchypoker.com to get our committed relationship playing cards or relationship and dating playing cards. Because life's a gamble, so play like a man.